Okay, so you're speaking to your parents.
Yeah.
You have to call them up and say, guys, I quit my job at Google. How is that conversation?
It's funny because my parents are really weird in that they've always sort of told me to chase my passion before I chase a paycheck. The first day that I started at Google, my dad was just like, how'd the day go? And I told him how awesome it was. He goes, okay, remember that it's day 1 out of 365. You're leaving after that. And like he always is sort of the person who told me to like chase my passion and kind of go after my dreams and stuff, and be smart about it. But they were actually the ones telling me I should be leaving quicker, and that I should be making movies sooner. So it was actually like a good, I'm glad you're doing this conversation as opposed to a, what are you doing? Because in a lot of ways I wish they would say what was I doing, because I kept thinking like, this is the stupidest decision ever. Why am I leaving Google? Like I get free food all the time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wander around the campus.
Exactly.
So, I mean, were there other ideas that you just didn't feel were good enough to leave? I mean, what was it about searching that made you feel finally confident that you should make that leap? Like, what did you feel was progressing about?
I mean, I think, Sev Ohani and my co-writer and producer, myself, we were always looking for that idea that would kind of make me want to take the leap and make us want to make a movie together. This was the first opportunity that kind of came around that, we had an opportunity to make a film, but especially a film that, we felt like we could make a mark with. We said no to the opportunity a lot because we didn't think it had a lot of potential. But then when we found our way into the story, all of a sudden it was like, no. This little way that we're taking is crazy, because if we pull it off, it could be crazy cool. And so we decided to do that, and like eventually the opportunity to make a movie, despite the fact that, the downgrade of lifestyle that I was taking from living in Manhattan and working at the coolest company in the world to making an indie film in the trenches is massive. Ultimately, it's a passion that I had to kind of jump on.
How do you feel that you've changed as a filmmaker now that you've made the film?
That's a good question. I think I've become more patient. I think I not that anyone would describe me as patient, but just more patient. I think like I learned how often that crisis was a perpetual state of being when you're making a movie. There's always the battle that you're currently fighting is like, if you don't win this battle, the movie falls apart. And I thought you always think like, okay, once I fix this, it'll be fine. But then you realize like there's another, that immediately the next day, now you have to get this next aspect right. And to kind of like take it easy and understand that every day is a battle. Every day is going to be, you're going to feel like you're going to war, but to mentally kind of be okay with that and not kind of emotionally get like, not to say that your emotions aren't involved, but to sort of like stop losing sleep over the fact that you're in war, because you're going to be at war all the time.
And we spoke about your third film that you have slated.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I know you haven't I don't know if you've spoken about it with a lot of other people since.
No.
But so I know that when...
The third film.
Your third film. So
yeah.
After Run.
After Run.
Or if it becomes Running by the time it
yeah,
comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, right?
Yeah.
Thanks. But so with that film, I know with Searching you felt like you had to really step out, like do something different in order... The idea itself kind of scared you at first, as far as you didn't think that you could pull it off, and then you had to find your way in. So what are you most nervous about in doing an identity film?
I think to not make it a film about identity. I think like we feel very confident that our third movie, it's crazy I'm talking about third movie, I'm not even shooting the second one. We feel very, Sev and I and Natalie, we're all very confident that this idea that we have for a third movie is a very, very fresh and new and extremely engaging and thrilling way of getting into a story that happens to be about something else. And I think like that is ultimately the focus, is to kind of tell these films that have nothing to do with the issues that you're actually talking about. That'll be the balance and the challenge that we have moving forward. But who knows how we'll feel about it when we actually start writing it.
Yeah, right. We'll talk about it more when the second movie comes out.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. We'll talk about the fourth movie when the second movie comes out, based on the way we're talking right now. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah, appreciate it.